Finding my mom unalived by her husband, part 2. My apologies for getting back so late. It's just an emotional topic for me, so I'll be having to take my time. We left off on me opening the garage for the police officers. As soon as we opened the garage, we could see my mom's husband laid out on the floor. The garage was closed, all the house doors was closed, so it wasn't a break-in. But in that time, like I said, he's shown me that he was cool, so I'm not thinking that this is an eternal situation. At first, I didn't even see my mom, but her car was there, and she was actually in her car, just laid out with the door wide open. Immediately, I'm still on the phone with my wife. Immediately, as soon as I seen it, I knew what the scenario was. I knew that she was gone. Because ain't nobody talked to her since Thursday, so that means that this had to happen on Thursday. Originally, I thought it was a robbery gone wrong. Because my mom was a millionaire as far as with her business. She made over $1 million every year. So she had money. She had $1,000 purses all in that house. Nothing touched. She had a brand new Tesla. Nothing touched. Immediately, the cops make me like back up from the scene and step out to the sidewalk. I'm still on the phone with my wife, and I tell her like, yeah, she gone, babe. But it ain't hit me yet. Like, I'm more so frozen. I'm numbed out. Like, I knew what happened, but it didn't hit me yet. My wife immediately starts crying and just screaming. And I'm just sitting there like, I don't know. Like, I was just flabbergasted, I guess. Now I'm thinking of all kinds of scenarios that could have led to this, because they both had medical marijuana cards and they used to love to take gummies. And I'm thinking maybe it was like, maybe they, took a bad gummy or something of the case. I wasn't thinking that it was domestic violence. Immediately, the cops put me in the back of the car, because they like, we got to rule out all suspects. This is protocol. And mind you, this is 2 a.m. They had me in the back of that car from 2 a.m. till 10 a.m. Like, I had to pee. And I'm mad. I'm not seeing the logic behind why they're, putting me in the back of the car. Cause I'm like, nigga, if I did this, I wasn't going to leave y'all here. But they like, it's protocol, man. We just got to do this. And they treat me like a criminal at this point. Like, they won't tell me what's going on. They won't tell me nothing. And I'm like, dude, my mom is in there dead. And y'all not telling me nothing. You're not letting me get out to go to the bathroom. You're just treating me as if I'm a criminal. Mind you, they haven't handcuffed me, so I'm still on the phone with my wife. I'm letting her know everything. And my grandma calls me, so I had to be the one to tell her. And it broke me. It broke me. Like, it fucked me up. I tell my grandma, she's distraught. They live 8 hours away. She like, man, I'm hopping on the highway right now. I had to tell my little brother, because my grandma called him, so he's in the loop a little bit. He knows that, I went out here to check on my mom, and, I was going to get back to him. So when I call him, he's asleep. And my stepdad from my original story time, I call him. Like I said, we still cool to this day. So I call him and I tell him, and he like, what the And so I tell him, I said, hey man, I'm gonna need your help telling my little brother. So he wakes up my little brother, and we tell him together, and that was worse than even telling my grandma, because my brother's the type that he don't cry. He don't really just let people see his emotions. Like, I can count on my hands how many times he's cried since being 16. So, and he cried like I've never heard. And that, even thinking about that, still breaks my heart. Mind you, like, I'm still not putting 2 and 2 together that this is a DV case. I'm just thinking, man, I don't even know what I was thinking. Like, it was so many scenarios running in my head of like a robbery or a drug overdose, or like maybe they gummies had got tainted with, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not thinking that it is what it is. Then my mom's husband's family members start calling me because they don't live in Memphis either. So they calling me, and I know some of these people. Like, they've been married for 5 years, so I know these people to an extent. So they call me, I'm letting them know what's going on. They like, oh yeah, we on the way. I'm still in the back of this car. Like, I'm starting to get pissed now because I've been in the back of this car for like 5-6 hours. And I'm seeing them carry my mom out. I'm seeing them, pull her car out. And I'm still in the back of this car. And you know how the police do, like, they got the doors locked where I can't get out. I'm just sitting here. And now I'm starting to get mad. And so I start, like, beating on the windows. I'm like, bro, I got to use the bathroom. Please let me out and let me know what the fuck going on. I was a criminal justice major in college, so I had started to process the crime scene in my head. I noticed that there was a bullet in the top, right above the garage door that was already open. And it made me think, oh man, how the fuck, like, this is crazy. Because my mom's husband, at least from where I seen, it wasn't no blood on the ground, which it ended up being blood. It was just under him. And my mom took one to the head. But I didn't see her originally. Like, I just saw her foot hanging out of the car. You know what I'm saying? It's already kind of getting long. I'm finna do a part 3. Don't worry, I'm not gonna take forever. I need a moment to get myself together though. So give me a couple minutes and I'll give you part 3.